Hello and welcome to my channel. This is a special edition for SQL Server developers. My name is Vedran and I will tell you a story about the PlanCacheTsunami. If you never heard about the execution plans and PlanCache, don't worry, I will briefly explain it. Execution plan is the way SQL will execute the query. It is represented graphically by these little boxes with arrows, operators, rows flow through them, joins, etc. So when a query comes to SQL Server for execution, one of the most important steps and most CPU intensive steps is to find optimal execution plan. Find the best possible execution plan in that short period of time. It's not the best plan, but it's the best he can in this small amount of time. And if you have a join of, let's say, 3 tables, A, B, and C, and optimizer can start maybe with A, then B, then C, or table C, then A, then B, B, A, C, C, B, A. You understand? A lot of combinations are there. Will he use indexes? Which indexes? Each table can have 10 indexes. And join operators, nested loops, hash, merge, a lot of operators, a lot of combinations. If you have more than 3 tables, it's almost impossible to go through all those combinations in that split second time. So it's a very intensive operation, and because of that, SQL wants to cache it. He wants to put that plan, he found the best plan in the cache, and next time that query comes, to just reuse it, to skip optimization, to skip compilation, and just start executing immediately. Reuse the plan. And let me show you how it looks. How PlanCache looks. PlanCache is limited. It is a percentage of your memory. It can fit, let's say, 1,000 plans, 10,000 plans. On bigger servers, 20,000 plans, or even 100,000 plans if you have a lot of memory. So let's see, on my tiny machine, it has only 15 plans, totally 2 megabytes. Now let's list those 15 plans. So you see, each row here is one execution plan. UseCounts is how many times it was executed. And you want to see many times plan was executed, because that means cache is actually useful. If you have something that is executed only once, that means cache doesn't serve his purpose. SQL behaves like he doesn't have a cache at all. And that's terrible, terribly slow. It will be terribly slow to run without a cache. So you don't want to see these ones here. You want to see big numbers here. And this is the size of the plan. For example, this one is 2 megabytes. It can be 10 megabytes, 1 megabyte, half megabyte. Very complex plans are really big, a lot of memory taken. Each row, one plan. Let's do something nasty. First, we will delete all the plans from the cache. Never do this on production, never ever. Then we will create a loop, 10,000 iterations, and the loop is simple select. Select from some table where ID equals number. And that number will be 1, 2, 3, etc. till 10,000. And what is nasty here? This plus. We are concatenating a literal value into string, into SQL command, and execute that command. Let's see how it does. Okay, while it is executing, let me explain something. SQL, when statement comes for execution, statement is a text. SQL first makes hash of that text. And that hash is looked up in a hash table of PlanCache. And if it is not found, then he must create a new plan for that statement. So it finished already. if you make a statement, SQL statement that is a bit different, with a comment, with a space, with dot or anything, a bit different, hash is different. That means it will receive a new plan in the cache. It must be compiled. All the process of compilation must go through. So that's why we waited that long, 23 seconds for 10,000 executions. Let's see how our execution plan looks like, how our plan cache looks like. You see our query is here. And if you see use count is 1, that means we are just wasting memory. 48 kilobytes each time. We are flooding the cache like a tsunami. We are pushing out all the good plans from the cache, and everything behaves like there is no cache. SQL behaves like there is no cache. That's terrible. You can bring server down to its knees with that kind of programming. And when you push out the good plans out with this kind of coding, the good plans need to be compiled again. So it's a CPU intensive task. It creates compile locks. It's really bad for the server. You don't want to do that. And let me scroll down. There are a lot of rows, page down is not fast enough. Let me scroll with this. So you get the picture. Now I will do it the proper way, how you should do it. Please do it like this, with parameters. So it is the same select where object ID equals, but this time I don't use plus, no concatenations anywhere. It's a single monolithic string, always the same string. That's how it should look, always the same string. But how to pass a value to a parameter? So you specify at and parameter name instead of a value. Then you send that value separately from the statement, separately from the SQL statement as a parameter value. That's what I'm doing here. So I'm declaring a parameter type and sending a value for that parameter. And let's see how it will perform. 3, 2, 1, go. Finished. See? Blink of the eye. It's finished like this. It's so much faster, so much more efficient. Why? Because the statement was compiled once and each time just reused, the execution plan was reused and it skipped, optimization was skipped, immediately it was executed. So let's look how our plan cache looks like. Plan cache looks like this. This is our statement, but it's used 10,000 times over and over. That's what you want to see. And please use parameters. And as a homework, take this statement. I will copy it below the video and run it on your development SQL server, on your production SQL server, on your test SQL server. Run it everywhere you have SQL server. Scroll down, search for the statements that are almost the same except the value, except the literal value ID, numbers changing. And when you find that, find the code that generates it and change that code to parameterized. It's a simple change and it will save your server a ton. Your server will run better. It is much faster. You will optimize that query that way. And plus, it is safe for SQL injection. So please use parameters. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.